Hey, my fellow alchemists, it's AJ. Welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. Hopefully you guys get some good information that you would like to, continue to watch. And you subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, comment, subscribe. I already said subscribe, but I'm going to say it twice because I would love and appreciate that. So, or share it with somebody that, this may be useful or helpful to. So let's get into it. It has been a little over a year since my official lupus diagnosis. So I wanted to kind of get into some of the things that I've learned throughout this year, my symptoms, some things that I do to manage my symptoms, treatments that I've used, etc., etc. And just some lessons that I've learned throughout this whole thing. So let's get into it. So one of my main symptoms, and one of everybody with lupus's main symptoms, is joint pain. Yes, I experience sometimes extreme joint pain. That was one of my main symptoms in the first place that made me realize that something wasn't right with me, and what made me keep going to the doctor and the hospital and, pursuing this some kind of diagnosis or pursuing some answers because of the joint pain. So I know I can't do too much physical activity. Now, what is too much? It depends on the day. It depends on my energy. It depends on, what I ate for the prior week, all that. So it's variable. But I know I have to listen to my body on a consistent basis, because if I don't, then I can tend to overdo it and I can really hurt myself. So, the joint pain, what I realized is sometimes I'm doing this because sometimes I can't make a fist with my hands. My knuckles get swollen, or they feel like they're swollen. They may not be visibly swollen, but they feel like it. Everything can hurt from my toes to the bottom of my feet, my ankles. So I can't flex and walk like I need to. My knees, my elbows. It gets really bad. So you have to think of all the little joints that we have in our body. All of those can hurt, especially the ones that get more wear and tear. So some things that I do to manage it, I do take Plaquenil 200 milligrams twice a day. Well, I am prescribed Plaquenil 200 milligrams 2 times a day. I don't always take it. I actually don't take it very often. I'm not big on medication per se. So with that, I will take it. I say I take it 3 times a week. And, I feel like that's manageable for me. But if it is not, listen to what your doctor prescribes you. And that's all I can say. Listen to what your body prescribes you as well, along with your doctor. That has helped a little bit with, as far as like kind of preventative measures. It doesn't do anything once I am in a flare-up. Let's just say that. The only thing that really helps when I'm in a flare-up is ibuprofen. So I take ibuprofen whenever I'm in pain, and I get rest, because that's what really is the resolution to all of that. Rest is the resolution. And I can tell that when I don't get sleep, or it's past my bedtime and my body is exhausted, my joints start to hurt a hell of a lot, like a whole lot. Like I can't walk upstairs. I'm in a lot of pain. Rest is very, very vital to staying healthy with lupus, while living with lupus. Another symptom I have are skin rashes. So this one is, people don't like to talk about the skin rashes. Of course, it's the butterfly rash that everybody gets. It's on the cheeks and the bridge of the nose. I rarely get that, not gonna lie. It's been a few times where I've had a light butterfly rash, but it hasn't been severe. What I can say though is that I get rolling rashes, as I call them, around my body. So I may look on my arm and I have a sticker. My baby put a sticker on me. But I may have a rash right here where the sticker is. And then I'll wake up, or I'll take a nap and I wake up, and like 12 hours later, this is gone. But now it's on my leg. And I'm like, where did this come from? And then 5 hours from then, it's gone off my leg. And now it's right here on my chest. And it's like, what is this? Like, and it just pops up. It goes away and pops up, and then it's gone for some months. So that's something that I don't really like, and I don't know how to manage that. So I just have to deal with it. Of course, I treat it. I, cleanse the site off, put Neosporin on it every now and again, hydrocortisone. But hydrocortisone is also a skin thinner, so be careful with your usage of that. But yeah, I use stuff like that. And then sometimes I'll clean it and put vitamin E oil on it. Or castor oil, which is a antimicrobial as well. So castor oil works really well. What else? Headaches. Oh, the headaches. So I call them lupus headaches. I'm not for sure if anybody else calls it that or whatever the case may be, but boy, oh boy, these headaches. So this is something, I would say it happens around between once a month and 2 months, somewhere in that area. But I get a headache and it is debilitating, completely debilitating. So, it's almost like a migraine. Everything is sensitive. I don't like looking at screens, lights, hearing loud noises. It kind of sits in the back of my head, the base of my skull. My doctor prescribed me, my PCP, not my rheumatologist, but my PCP, primary care physician, prescribed me cataract. And he said, it was used for something else. It didn't work so well. People found out it worked well for headaches. So I tried it, but he told me he didn't want me to take it often. So if I had my headaches more frequently, he didn't want me to take it because he didn't want any adverse effects of taking it too frequently. So I said, okay. And I took it twice when I had a headache. And I only took it one time each time. So it dulled it a little bit, I would say, for about 30 to 45 minutes, max an hour. And then it came back. So I went right back to using ibuprofen. That seems to be the most reliable thing for me. And so I've been sticking to it. I know ibuprofen isn't the best to take and all this stuff. I've already been through this some years ago where I had gastritis, diverticulitis, stomach ulcers, and a whole bunch of other stuff because it was messing up the lining of my stomach because I was taking Motrin and ibuprofen too much. So you have to definitely make sure that you don't take any kind of medication too much because too much of anything can turn into something bad. So please make sure you speak with your physician about all the things that you're taking, or a holistic health doctor. Speak with someone in the professional field of health because they're well versed. But again, nobody knows everything. And you guys, if you have heard my story about how my journey was getting my official diagnosis, you'll realize that, there are some stigmas going on in the medical field. So you can't always just completely blindly trust people. Do your own research, do what's best for you, but also make sure you have great advocates on your team and make sure that you find physicians that have your best interest in mind. It may take a while, but please make sure because it is so well worth it. Seriously. This is your livelihood and your health we're talking about. So you are the most important thing to you, for you. So definitely look out for you. So those are the headaches, and ibuprofen is basically what I take for that. I heard Excedrin works as well. I don't have Excedrin in my house. I don't know why. Maybe one day I'm going to get some and then try it out because I heard it works pretty well for migraine. So we'll check it out. I'll check it out and see and let you guys know. And then here's the biggest one for me. Extreme fatigue. Oh my goodness. Listen, I feel so bad for this symptom right here. This has been one of my biggest hurdles. It's like long term for me. Even if I'm not in a flare, I still experience the fatigue. And one thing that I've realized, it's caused me to feel guilty, feel down on myself, down and out about myself, because it's like I know what I was capable of doing before this. I know that I was able to get up and get all this shit done and do what I need to do and still have energy. And now it's like I will wake up and I'm like, I need a nap. Haven't even gotten out of bed yet. I need a nap. Like, it's bad, y'all. To combat this, because honestly, it could be like a week and I could stay in bed for a week. I won't leave the house. I will sleep almost all day, every day. I'll get up for the basic necessities and to take care of my kid and all that stuff like that. But for anything elective or mildly optional, not doing it. I'm just not doing it. And I was having a hard time figuring out, is it just because I'm tired? Is it because I got lazy? Is it because I'm getting older? Is it like, it was just mind boggling to me, because it's like, I am too young. I'm 31. There's no reason why I should be fighting to have energy. Am I depressed? Like, I didn't know what was going on with me. So realizing that, you know, and I spoke with my roomie, my rheumatologist, about this, and, you know, he had to reiterate the fact that this is a symptom of lupus. Like, you can't, and then also I have anemia, which lupus can aid to as well. So I've had anemia since I was in high school. So I've had phases where I've been out of energy, and they'll last like a month or two or whatnot, and then I go to my doctor or, you know, whatever, and I'm like, oh, my iron's low. Duh. Take iron pills, I'm good to go. Eat more iron in my diet, I'm good to go. But usually my iron is almost severely low. So usually food isn't enough. I have to take some kind of supplementation. Obviously, this stuff is more bioavailable. And that means available to your body as you eat it in food, because you can digest it and it breaks it down and all that stuff. Pill format may not be so bioavailable. But again, everybody's body is different. Every iron pill is different as well. Do your research. With the iron, that has been one struggle. But this fatigue is a whole other monster. This is the biggest culprit of lupus for me. This is what makes me feel disabled in a way. Because truly, when I want to get up and do something, my body is like, no. And I work. So I work and I got shit to do. Like, honestly, I can't just stop life because I have it. I'm not going to file for disability. I'm not going to do any of that stuff because I just don't believe I need to at this point. Granted, yes, I understand the fatigue, but, you know, and the joint pain, all that stuff like that. Do what's best for you, but what's best for me right now, that's not good for my mental health. It's not. So I have to continue to get up and work and do what I want to do and do what I have to do, what I choose to have to do. So, and that's being active in life. And so with that, I have learned to take like ginseng, anything that will give me energy. So I take Korean ginseng a lot. And then it's gotten down, you know, I do my coffees and espressos and double shots of espressos and vanilla bean frappes and caramel macchiatos, add espresso, extra shots, all that stuff. My caffeine tolerance is through the fucking roof, y'all. Like, it's through the roof. Back in the day, I don't drink energy drinks. Back in the day, I did. I used to drink Rockstars. Rockstar could have sponsored my life, y'all. Like, seriously. And I only drank Rockstar Punched after I found out they have 240 milligrams of caffeine as opposed to 160. This is how I know. And I haven't drank Rockstars in over like 8 years. So the fact that I still remember that just goes to show, like, oh yes, I was on that shit. So, and they had good flavors. But yeah, that stuff is too many unhealthy components in that. And I don't want to ingest that in my body because my heart rate was going crazy. It was a lot going on there. So I take more natural supplements. But one thing I do take are caffeine pills. Straight up caffeine pills. I used to never even consider something like that. The only time I heard about caffeine pills when I was younger is for like weight loss and losing water weight and all that stuff like that. So I thought they were more so diet pills, but I have straight up caffeine pills and I don't even know how many milligrams come in a pill. It's a powder, in the gel tablet. So if it depends on my energy level, but a lot of the times I don't want to take the whole pill. So I'll just take half the pill open it up, pour the powder in like some water or something like that, close it back up, put the other half of the pill back in the little jar container, and I'll drink the water with the half of caffeine, and that'll get me through like the rest of the day. If I take that at noon, I should be good until like 9-10 o'clock. So that's what I've been doing. It's been a struggle. I make sure I try to, when I first wake up, I'll gauge how I feel. I meditate. I get my mindset together. I get my life together. Then I get ready for the day. If I have a burst of energy, oh, baby, I'm cleaning up the house. I'm doing everything that I can do in that short time frame because I have to utilize this energy that I have. So that is something that I definitely need to get a grasp on. So if any of you have, and you don't have to have lupus for this either, if you suffer from extreme fatigue, please let me know what are some great resolutions for you or something to kind of help aid that. Because, and I know exercise, but exercise isn't the end all be all for my energy right now. And especially when I'm having a flare up and my joints hurt, because I can't exercise like I need to or want to. So in those moments, I definitely need some additional assistance. So if you guys have any tips, pointers, anything for energy, please comment below because I need it. I would greatly appreciate it. And anybody else that's going through it, you can help so many people. So yeah, that's the extreme fatigue. I'm just trying to, navigate my way. And then I plan things early in the morning. And because I work afternoons, so I plan things early in the morning. And then I plan a nap right before I go to work. And then I'll work. So at least I'm somewhat refreshed before I start work. A lot of the time it doesn't help too much, but every little bit counts. Forgetfulness. Like, I'm not going to say forgetfulness per se, but I'm going to say fog-brained. I get fog-brained a lot, and it's not like I permanently forget things. It's just sometimes I'm just spacey. I'm spaced the fuck out. I'll just be thinking about something, and the next thing you know, it just blanks out. And I've had a concussion before, some years ago, and it's almost like that feeling, but because after I had the concussion, I had like symptoms 9 months afterwards. And I would be talking to people or listening to people speak, and I would just blank out. And people were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And like, okay. Like, I would literally just space the fuck out. And then I would come to randomly. So it almost feels similar to that. Not as extreme though. But somewhat similar to that kind of feeling. So it's like, okay, I got my mind set. I know what I got to do today. And it's like, damn, what was I doing? Like, man, I know I was supposed to be making a phone call to somebody. I was supposed to be doing something. So, it's that part is like, okay. So for that, my remedy, rest again. Stay hydrated. Drink as much water as I can. Not saying that I notice an immediate difference, but water can't hurt your body unless you got water toxicity and you drink it too damn much. But that's very rare. So drink some water. Stay hydrated. That helps in the long term, the mid to long term. So that's just one thing that I've experienced and I haven't really found a resolution to. So what I do indulge in a little bit is nootropics. So if you've never heard of nootropics, they're vitamins and medications for the brain. And I don't want to say medications isn't like, because there's polarities, there's extremes to everything. So, some people do take prescription medications that are not prescribed for them for nootropics. I don't. I'm not into that realm. But I do take vitamins and things that are brain healthy so that my brain works better. And I'll optimize it depending on my needs. So there are certain vitamins that help with long-term memory or short-term memory or, recall, running memory, all that stuff. So that's and focus and concentration in the moment. Those are the type of things that I would get targeted based on what I'm feeling at that point, or what my weaknesses are at that point. So yeah, looking at nootropics if you have considerable brain fog. Insomnia. Here's my last one. I've already spoken about anemia. That kind of went in with the other. So insomnia. This one is just, and this also goes into the brain fog. And all of these symptoms tie into each other, and to some extent, and you realize like, okay, this is linked to that, which is linked to that, which is linked to that. And then this one could solve both of these issues. It's like one big circle of endless possibilities and linkages. And so the insomnia is frustrating as hell, to say the least. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. So it takes me a while to go to sleep at night. During the day, I could take a nap whenever. You hear me? Whenever. But during the day is when I need to get shit done, and I can't go to sleep. So that's why I'm taking caffeine pills. And just because I'm exhausted and tired physically doesn't always mean I am able to go to sleep. So granted, my body be like, girl, you better lay down. You need a nap. But my brain, this here brain is like, no, you need to do this. You need to do that. Yada, yada, yada. What is this? Oh, I wonder. Yada, yada, yada. What are the possibilities with this? Why didn't you plan this? Why didn't you get this done? You should have got this done. You should have got this done 3 weeks ago. Oh my goodness, you're behind on this. You need to read this book. You said you were going to read this audio book. You said you were going to finish this hardback book. You were going to do this. You were going to do that. I need to do this. Oh, I need to make a phone call. I need to pay that bill. Like, it is. And then I meditate, get my chi together. And it's like, okay. And then I'm staring at the ceiling. And it's like, why am I up? Why am I up? And then I finally fall asleep. And then I wake up like an hour and a half later. And then I go to sleep again, maybe like 3 hours after that. Or I'll wake up because my daughter wakes me up. She wakes up frequently throughout the night. And she may have to go to the bathroom or something. I'll run her to the bathroom, or make sure she goes to the bathroom and everything. And then I'll go back to sleep. And then I'll wake up a half hour from there. And then I won't be asleep for another 4 hours. And then by then it's like 4, 5, 6 in the morning. So I'm looking like me going back to sleep. And I'll fall asleep again because I'm exhausted. And then I got to wake up at 7, 8. So now I haven't gotten enough rest. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm cranky, trying to be the best person I can be, trying to be the best parent I can be. It's a lot. And then because I didn't get the rest that I needed, my joints hurt. So it could be daunting. It could be discouraging, highly. So I'm going to give a rundown of the things that work for me, right? Get rest, because that is the most important to me. I've tried cryotherapy. Cryotherapy, literally, oh my goodness. I spoke about this in another video, but seriously, despite me hating the process, oh my God, it was so cold. Oh my goodness. Hated being in that cryo chamber, but I physically felt my joints, like the swelling going down as it was going down. Now, while I'm in the chamber, of course, blood flow constricts, all that stuff like that. So you're like, okay, this is unbearable. I hate this, whatever. Get me out of here. All right. But as you're starting to warm up and those vessels start expanding, I could feel the swelling going down and the pain dissipating real time. It was amazing. It was amazing, y'all. So, definitely highly recommend cryotherapy if you are going through any kind of joint pain or inflammation. It is highly recommended. Infrared sauna. So here's the thing about lupus also. They say certain lights, such as infrared, can be inducing of a flare because the sun can induce a flare. So if you get too much sunlight, you can have a flare. Now, this is an individual matter as well. They've seen, a correlation between sun exposure and flares. But, you have people that live in the sunny states and they don't have flares as often. And then you have people who live in like Alaska and cold areas, and they flare all the time. So it all depends on your individual body, because lupus is different for every individual. Having lupus is like looking at snowflakes. Every single person is different. Please believe that. You know, we all may have some similarities in some aspects, but none of us have the exact same. It's not like a baseline. This is everybody. No. Keep stress to a minimum. That one, stress is a trigger. Stress is definitely a lupus trigger. And even what I found is that if I'm in the midst of a situation and I pretend like I'm good, but I'm not, in the midst of the situation, I'm fine. I'm like, oh, I'm good. Okay, I've processed that. I'm straight. You know, and because I'm into personal development and all that stuff like that. So I try these techniques, but sometimes something still doesn't sit right with my spirit. And I'm in denial about it. I'm human. So a couple days later, it's like, I got a flare. My joints hurt. My bones hurt. What the fuck? Like, and it's like, okay, I get it. I'm still stressed out. Truly. Now I really have to go do my shadow work and due diligence to like minimize this stress. So I found that telling people how I feel up front, baby. I've always used to be that person, but I was a little more confrontational with it back then. So learning how to deliver things, well, no, I'm not going to say that. Caring enough, because I've always known how to deliver things correctly. Let's be honest here. But caring enough about other people and their perception of what I deliver and how I deliver it. That took some reprogramming, to say the least. So I'm less confrontational for the most part. If you need to be checked, you will get checked. But I will tell people how I feel, because if I hold it in, it hurts me physically. So I have no time to waste. I have no time to physically suffer from something that I could just nip in the bud right there, and I could sleep better at night, hopefully. And then I could be in less physical pain. So telling people how I feel immediately in the moment, or immediately when I start to process it and realize how I actually feel about a situation, that openness has really helped minimize my stress. Saying no, because that baby, ooh, saying no. I love to make people happy. I wouldn't call myself a people pleaser anymore. But I have been known to go out my way for the people that I care about. However you want to label or deem that, that's up to you. But I am saying no, and the power of discernment, knowing that, hey, this sounds like it could be physically kind of taxing. Let me not sign myself up for that. Or if I do really want to do something that is going to be physically taxing for me, I have to shut down the rest of my day and maybe the next day. So I have to make sure that I plan appropriately, and that what I invest in is something, invest my time, effort, energy, and, you know, all the above, etc. into that it's worth it for me, that I truly want to do it. And then, you know, I schedule things accordingly. So saying no is a big thing for me. And it's been so much more freeing for me. Utilizing my calendar. That's just an organizational thing, because organization was never my strongest suit. So utilizing my calendar has been, now I can look, nope, not available then, and all that stuff. And then being transparent with people. So one thing I found out is that, like, I will make commitments to things, and then I feel bad because I'm like, damn, I said I'm gonna be there and whatnot. But when I start to feel a certain type of way, it's like, I'm gonna message them or call them up like, listen, I'm not feeling too hot today. It's not a good day for me, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. I really want to, but, you know, I'll make it up to you however I can, or, You know, if this is a special moment, I may take the L and go. Like if it's a wedding or, you know, a funeral or something like that, or some kind of special moment where my presence is like, you know, this was a special invitation. This is something you went out of your way for me for. Or, you know, something that's to pay respects to somebody. I will take the L if I'm feeling bad. Yeah, for the most part. But a lot of the time, no, I'm calling you up and I'm telling you I can't make it. Sorry that I made the commitment. Maybe we can rain check and do it again some other time when I'm feeling better. But not right now. So it has made me what I consider more flaky. But I try to let people know as much as I can in advance. Smile and laugh more. This one has made a huge difference in my life. Smiling and laughing more is just, it's really something. I didn't realize how little I laugh on a daily basis until I took inventory. And those of you who watch my channel from a long time ago know that taking inventory is my favorite phrase. Oh my goodness. It is so vital and crucial to living a happy life. And you have to do this frequently. I took inventory and I realized, like, how happy am I really? How often do I smile? How often do I laugh? Like, and I didn't realize that I didn't laugh on a daily basis. I laughed like every 3 days. Like, it was like, no, I might chuckle or be like, ha, you know, but I wanted to like belly laugh. I wanted to get that good laugh where you're like, oh, this was funny. Like, so I've made it a point to laugh every day, at least once, a good belly laugh every single day. So that has been a tremendous help for me. Not only my mindset, but definitely physically, because, you know, that releases serotonin and dopamine in your body. And those are the feel-good hormones and stuff. So, so yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you laugh and smile more because it does release the great hormones in your body. And then positive self-talk and mindset. This one is so underrated. And I really want to stress this. Self-talk is important. So important. And if you watch some of my old videos, which some of them I'm going to remake too. So look out for that. Because I've learned a lot since then. And the delivery could be a little daunting. So, but if you watch some of my old videos, you know I've spoken about self-talk and I am being the most important and powerful sentence that you can say to and about yourself. Make sure that your self-talk is not demeaning. Make sure that you build yourself up. Like with this extreme fatigue, I had to think, like, am I lazy? I'm feeling real lazy. And I'm like, you know, I had to take an honest assessment of myself. Like, I feel really lazy. I feel this way. I feel that way. And it's like, okay, are you getting this done? Are you doing the best you can? Yeah. Check that off. Okay. So now I've realized, all right, I made some progress. Or some days where I haven't made any progress. It's like, did you get rest? Did you try? Did you do the best you could? Because not every day is going to be productive. And despite me wanting to be productive every single day of my life, it doesn't happen. You have to build yourself up. And you say, okay, I tried today. I planned something. I've done inventory. I've done some introspection. I've done something. I survived. That's enough. That's enough a lot of the time. But you know me, what my driver is in life is making progress and learning new things and taking those new things that I've learned and applying it to my life, finding my passion and living in my purpose and helping other people find their passion and live in their purpose. So I feel like if I'm not learning something new every single day, I feel like I haven't done anything. I feel hella unproductive. I feel like I did not reach or hit my goals whatsoever. I feel almost useless. So when I say that in those days, and I'm like, damn, I didn't do anything. But then I have to realize, one, every day I do 5 things that I'm grateful for when I wake up in the morning. And then 5 things that I'm grateful for before I go to sleep at night. Because gratitude would truly change your life. You cannot be in a state of scarcity and whatnot when you're gracious. You have to pick one. You either live in a scarcity mindset or an abundance mindset. You live in a negative light mindset or a positive light mindset. Like, so I choose light. I choose positivity. I choose love. I choose happiness. These are choices that we have to make. Now, granted, this is a general statement. Like I'm saying, I know people have mental illnesses and depression and all types of things that can go awry with that. So this is just a baseline statement, and this is for me. But positive mindset and positive self-talk, speaking life into myself. I am strong. I am loved. I am whole. I am happy. I am powerful. All of that. I am loving. I am harmonious. All of that. I have affirmations on my phone. And then I have to, when I have a thought that doesn't serve me, I ask myself, okay, does this thought serve me? Is this way of thinking serve me? If so, how so? If not, why not? Okay, this does not serve me. Get rid of it. And I spoke on this with a friend of mine in one of my interviews in her last video. That is truly a big deal for me because it makes all of the difference. So that positive self-talk and that positive mindset, knowing that, okay, I didn't do it today, but I can do it tomorrow. Or I can, when I get better, I'm able to do it. Or telling yourself, hey, I'm grateful for my body despite what it feels like now. Like, just try it. Just try it consistently. And then let me know how you feel, how that works out for you. It has made such a big difference for me. Stay hydrated. I've stressed this earlier, but I had to reiterate that. Stay hydrated. Check your iron levels because, again, lupus can aid to anemia. And since I already had anemia, I don't know how long I've had lupus, honestly, in my life. I just got diagnosed a year ago officially. So that's what I'm going off of. But obviously, I felt this for at least 4 years now. So, I don't know if I've had it since high school, as long as I've been anemic, or is this something that developed over time, was triggered, all that stuff. But I've been anemic since high school. So, but the lupus has like aided to it as well. I also have endometriosis. I have quite a few things going on with my whole body or whatever. So, with that being said, check your iron levels. Make sure that, you don't have a double whammy going on, because that extreme fatigue mixed in with that iron fatigue, baby, it can have you down and out. So if you need to take iron, like I take slow dose, I think it's called, or slow release iron tablets. I got them from the pharmacy. They're over the counter and they're fine. Yeah, so when I get my blood work done and I notice, hey, my iron is flagged, it's low, let me go ahead and take that. Or if I start getting cravings for ice chips or something like that, something weird, or chewing on styrofoam cups and shit, yeah, I know my iron is low. So definitely make sure you get that checked. Find the right vitamins and supplements for you and your lifestyle and your body. So one thing about lupus, they say, that we have an overactive immune system. With that, yes, it's overactive to an extent. And yes, it does attack itself. That's the whole purpose. But it's overactive in that it does attack itself. To say that you cannot take any vitamins or supplements because it may react with your immune system, I think it's misleading. So what I have found on lupus.org, well, let me say this. What I have found in my personal experience is that taking supplements and vitamins has helped me tremendously. Glutathione, to be specific, has been extremely helpful for me. So I have been taking it. I haven't heard anything bad about it as far as lupus patients go. If you guys know anything about, adverse effects with glutathione and lupus, comment it below. Let me know. But honestly, in my experience, I've had nothing but great experiences with it. So I'm going to continue to take it. All right. So don't laugh at me when I pronounce this, because I think it's echinacea or echinacea, whatever that vitamin is called. I'm going to spell it out up here for y'all. Or a picture over here, something. But yeah, so I found out on lupus.org that is not good for the immune system. But what's crazy is that every now and again I'll take those because I'll be in a flare up and I'll take them like, oh, this can help. That I didn't realize, and I'm trying to think back because I need to start journaling and logging the things that I take and how I feel days afterwards, and if I feel better or worse. But I always thought it helped, so that was weird. And another thing I found out on lupus.org, CoQ10 is not good for people with lupus. So if you take CoQ10, you might want to reevaluate or, do a test study on yourself to take it, see how you feel, and whether you're better or worse. Definitely keep a journal or a log about this stuff. And speak to your roomie. Speak to your rheumatologist. Because I didn't know that. Also, I found out on lupus.org that Tylenol isn't the best. That was a whammy for me, especially how Tylenol has been promoted because of this whole panorama we in. I know it's called a pandemic. I'm not calling it that. The whole panorama we in. And so I didn't realize that Tylenol wasn't good for lupus patients. So I would like to see some more studies into that, but it was on lupus.org. So, they got to have some kind of backup for that, some kind of proof. Basically, this has been my experience with lupus. Again, I'm only a year diagnosed. What I will say is that I'm not going to let this disease stop my happiness. I'm not going to let it stop my life. I'm not going to let it stop anything. At most, it's going to do cause some delays and things, and cause me to be more appreciative of my time and my energy efforts and my energy expense. So I know my energy is not infinite, and I am way more prudent with my energy. That's not the word that I wanted to use, but it's what I'm going to use. I'm way more prudent and picky with how I spend my energy and where I spend my energy and with whom. So knowing that's been a very big win for me, because it takes out a lot of the extra BS and fluff. I get things done now way better. And don't let this define you. Again, a lot of people who follow me, a lot of people who know me still don't know I have lupus because I don't talk about it 24/7. I rarely talk about it, honestly. I may make a post I just made a post on Facebook about it, I will say 3 weeks ago. But before that, had I mentioned it on Facebook? No, not since I dropped this video on YouTube. And that was sometime last year, almost a year ago. So it's I don't speak about it because this is my personal struggle and it doesn't define who I am. I'm still AJ. I'm still me. It's not AJ with the lupus. No, that doesn't even sound right. I'm AJ. I'm still me. Whatever. And I have good days and bad days. We all do. So make sure that you cater to that. You listen to your body. You get that rest that you need. You stay mentally healthy. You stay mentally happy. And one other thing, I forgot a symptom. Hair loss. So one thing, I spoke about it on my original video too, but before I found out and got my diagnosis, I did have hair loss. It can come in patches. It could your whole hair can fall out. It can come out in small patches or large patches. It can be very frustrating. It can be depressing. It can really take you down. Don't let that define you. Because of that situation, I ended up doing the big chop. I did the big chop in, I want to say, March or April of last year. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I had no idea how to take care of short hair. None whatsoever. And then I cut the purple out and all that stuff like that because my hair was super short. Couldn't stand staying away from the purple, so I dyed my hair. And I grew it out because I did not like the short hair on me. Granted, it would have been cute if I had someone styling it for me, but, you know, I like to learn things myself and do my own thing. But don't let your hair define you either. In this day and age, you got wigs. You got people who can specialize in people who have hair loss issues and who can work around that and make it look like you don't have anything. I have scalp sensitivity because of the lupus. So anything that tugs too hard on my hair or too tight, yeah. And then, of course, you know, you can get tension alopecia from that. So never get anything too tight on your hair. But yeah, make sure that you don't let it get you down, because that can be very discouraging and disheartening to lose your hair out of nowhere. And especially if you take pride in the length of your hair and the strength of your hair and how you care for it, that can be a blow to the heart right there. So don't be afraid to, you know, do the big chop. Don't be afraid to let it grow back, because I haven't had, knock on wood, but I haven't had any more issues since I did the big chop and allowed my hair to grow back on its own. So last year my hair was this long, literally this long. And I would have it in a fro because I didn't know how to do anything. My hair is way longer now, and I'm happy with it. My hair used to be like this long, so it's not too far off from where I began before I did the big chop. But yeah, it's definitely something that'll take you off guard. So stay motivated, stay loving yourself, because that's all we can do. We get this one body and one life as far as we know. So appreciate it, love on it, live in gratitude. Life is about the journey. We know where we're gonna end. We know this, all of us, in all of these lives end in death. That's where we're gonna end up, dead. It sounds morbid, but it's true. So why are you looking at the end game so much? I don't want to focus on my death. I want to live my life every single day and love this journey. That's the point. Live, love, and laugh. Spread love. Put good in the world. You know, pour into people. That's what really matters. Pour into yourself. Be better. Help people. That's what we need in this life. Everybody's so divided and polarized and brainwashed and all this shit because we don't agree on certain things. But love each other, because we all want the basic necessities, and that's love, health, and hopefully some wealth, for real. So yeah, just, you know, I don't want to be on my high horse or my podium and all that stuff like that, but just make sure you live a good life, and that is filled with love and positivity. And love yourself. Don't just pour into other people and not love yourself, because your body will feel it. And that's real. So it's been real talking to you guys. I haven't done a solo video in a minute, and a lot of people have been asking me about, you know, the status of my lupus and everything. So I wanted to make sure I touched on that and told you guys and gave you guys an update, because, you know, I know a lot of people are going through this as well. So, and a lot of people's loved ones are going through it. So I'm praying for you all. If you guys know of any tips or anything like that, please let me know. And if you guys have any questions of me, you can comment down below. I will answer them to the best of my ability. Yeah, let's just pour into each other and help each other out, because this life journey, we all trying to figure it out. So that's that. Ciao. See you next time.